Hello, YouTube. Sorry, I decided to take a drink of water in the middle of my intro. Welcome to Randomation Productions' Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion mod, Sins of the Prophets, which is a Halo mod, which I have attempted to realm this several times now, and I have screwed it up every time, and I don't know how I've managed to do that, but this time, I'm feeling good about this time. Can't recall them fortifies. So, basically what we're doing is Flood Survival, which is right here, Flood Survival mode. Basically, the Flood are really horribly evil in this game and really hard to beat. So, we're going to play a survival mode against them as the Covenant. So, this should be interesting. Probably going to get our butt kicked. We're playing on a very small map because I want this to be real neat and tidy and quick, not some really long, drawn-out, like super long campaigns. First thing we're gonna do is goodbye all of our big ships. We don't want big ships. Big ships are like the devil. Just kidding, they're not. But they're not the devil. But they are not what we really want right now. We have our one capital ship, which will be our, well, be sort of our immediate colonizing ship for this first little bit. But we don't really want to have any capital ships. And the reason is actually quite simple. The problem with the capital ships is that they are easily captured by the Flood. They can get taken in like literally half a second. And if they get taken, then the then the enemy has capital ships to use against you. So we don't want that. So we're only going to use light ships, except for, of course, the one capital ship we start with, because I have quick start on, I think. So we start with the one capital ship over yonder there. It's coming this way. But we're going to only use small ships. Our fleet will primarily consist of these heavy destroyers, probably battle cruisers, and a lot of fucking frigates of this class. Like, a lot of them. Basically, I played as the Covenant, and I worked out that these are basically your anti-fighter ships, which is obvious because it's noted right there. That's what they are. This is our best friend, because the Flood Spores are fighter craft. So your best friend is to have a crap ton of them in your fleet. Enough that basically if they're targeting fighters, there is no way the fighters are ever going to get through that screen of incoming fire. Another thing is to keep your fleet kind of tight so that your anti-fighter support can actually do something. We're going to go there and take that immediately. We've dispatched our fellow scouts into the wilderness to go scout things. The one research we want to get right away, though, is Holy Relic voyaging, because that allows us to go to the other galaxy over there, so that way we can see what's going on, basically, and keep an eye on that. The first thing I'm going to do is get that and that. Now we're not going to use any capital ships, but we are going to use our Titan at some point, hopefully. So we're going to get one research here so that we have 2 command for our Titan, and then we're going to upgrade this so we can get a very large main fleet going very quickly. Okay. It sounds like I've done this before. I'm pretty certain we're gonna get our butt destroyed by these coveys. So by these Flood bastards. So I'm taking every precaution to hope that we don't completely get our butts kicked. But we'll see. We'll see. We probably are gonna get our butt kicked. Interesting. My friend just tagged me in something. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at that later. I'm in the midst of filming stuff. Ooh, that exploded. Alright, let that fight peter on. Upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. Those upgrades, upgrades, my upgrades. That'll bring in our resources faster so that we make more money. Money is very important. Very, very important. Wow, that's a lot of metal on that plant. That plant looks important. One of these is going to be a flood world, by the way. That's just how it's going to be.
A new propagatable planet has been discovered.
There it is. There's the flood world. Our goal is actually to kill that as soon as possible. I'm going to try and kill that before the Flood really get a foothold in my sector of space. I don't know if that's actually going to be a thing that I can do, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try. Because if I kill that, then the flood will all have to come from the neighboring galaxy, as opposed to actually just spawning in this galaxy. So hopefully, if I'm efficient enough, I will be able to do that. And you can see that launched 35 groups of spores, all of those little buggers. Now, these ships on their own are kind of overpowered, these dreadnought ships, but, you know, that's a whole...
The ancients grace us with their
That's a whole nother list of problems we'll have to worry about later. That's probably the only thing we would need capital ships for, is to take out those dreadnoughts. But I don't want to risk giving them dreadnoughts. I don't want to risk giving them more capital ships to use against me. So we're just gonna have to make it. We're just have to make it work.
Shall spread the might of the covenant.
Okay, we're gonna go take that because that's the next closest little planet. Get that. Get those upgrades and then those. Don't tell me what isn't possible, because guess what? I always know. Actually, I don't always know, but that's okay. Jeez, this gets a lot of upgrades. This is going to be a big planet, isn't it? Gets a lot of logistics. It's still got one more upgrade to 28. Nice. I do apologize if I sound a little off. I am getting a cold, unfortunately. It kind of sucks, but what am I going to do? What are you going to do, alright? What are you going to do? So, send those corvettes down yonder. So it looks like the Flood World is there, which is, of course, terrible. Flood World's going to be evil, but we'll work on it. We've got some more planets over there. And that'll probably be it, because it's only an 18-planet map, so...
The ancients grace us with their favor.
All of our ships are together. There we go. I gotta try not to just get quiet. So when I play a lot of these big scale RTS games, I tend to get real quiet. Like, I'll stop talking because I kind of get into it. Because, well, that's why I play these games, because I enjoy this stuff, and I get into this Empire stuff and commanding fleets, and I get real into it, and then I just get really freaking quiet. Which is not good from an entertainment standpoint. If you're trying to entertain people... Why do they always talk about my fly? I swear, I keep my fly up, man. Why do you have to bring it up all the time? It happened one time. One time! I don't know. I don't know. I'm just making this shit up. Okay, we gotta move on. We gotta get a move on. Actually, speed up time a little bit. Okay, we've claimed that planet, so we're gonna move to this planet, because we can actually take that one. This isn't too bad of a setup for planets.
Planetary improvement finished.
Okay, we've got this planet here. We're gonna want to upgrade that. This was probably only gonna get like what, 8 slots. Okay, we're not gonna build any of those research facilities there because it's only gonna get 8 slots, which is essentially worthless for me. We're actually gonna build some more here. That.
Planetary improvement,
which is this goes up to 28.
Our brother is under attack.
Goes up to 28, and we can just build a trade post, and that'll round that planet off. So the way I actually find to decide how I build stuff is if it has like that, multiple metal asteroids like that, I will build a refinery there. Much like how that has like 4 deuterium, I'll build a refinery there. Because it has a unique feature of having a crap ton of like little mineral things. The rest of them just get trade posts and little research stations. And it is good to build research stations at like all the planets, because especially when you're fighting the flood, the problem is when the flood shows up, they'll literally convert your research stations, which then will take away a lot of stuff you can build, which is really bad. So always be advised that's a thing that can happen. Taking them out. There we go. Go there. Oh, one thing we want to do, there's civilian, get the terraforming stuff, and get holy voyaging, so that we can send our scouts into the nether beyond. Build some more scouts.
Spook reporting.
Spook reporting. Also, if I randomly just go like that for any particular reason, it's because my nose is kind of stuffed up. So every now and then because I'm talking so much and I'm using a lot of breath, I have to stop and take a really deep breath and then continue because I'm talking so much.
Another planet shall spread the might of the Covenant.
Apologize if it's kind of weird, but that's why. Okay, this planet's kind of a fortifier because we've got that there, so we really want to spend some time and get this planet like heavily fortified up and stuff, and probably not focus as much on the lesser stuff on that planet. One thing we want to do is get that. Immediately get that. Also going to want to get that. Like, we're going to want to get these patrol stations up and running as soon as possible.
The ancients grace us with their favor.
Oh, do they now? Always, by the way, upgrade civilian infrastructure because initially many planets will produce negative income. See, like, none of these are doing it, but, like, sometimes they can produce negative income, which is really bad. Because well, it's not super bad, but it's not good because they just take away from the money you make, and no one wants that. So you can see here we've got that stuff going. We're kind of rushing to we're trying to rush infrastructure right now. As of the moment, I'm trying to rush an infrastructure system into place, and then I'm going to focus heavily on building up a big-ass fleet to take on the Covenant. Or, excuse me, take on the Flood. I will do one where I just fight against the Covenant or something, because that's interesting too, because the Covenant, in comparison to the UNSC, is quite powerful. It's not quite as bad as the Flood versus anything, but it's definitely quite the fight. That fleet might die, because that's a lot of stuff, but we'll see what happens.
Orbital structure complete.
They might die. I don't know if they're going to die. So MAC guns are pretty potent, and there's a lot of ships. Let's see what happens.
Orbital structure complete.
Nope. We won.
Orbital structure complete.
We won. Okay.
Orbital structure complete. Planetary improvement.
So we're going to want to build a few
Corvette at the ready. Corvette at the ready.
more ships
The
there.
ancients grace us with their favor.
Colonize, please. Colonize.
By my hand.
Okay, colonize. Now we gotta go take that one, divert those troops, get that going, build all the titanium outposts, and slow it back down a minute. Because now we have to go deal with infrastructure, because
Our forces have arrived.
yes, we got the trade port, so drop that there. Drop a trade port there. Always drop a trade port at the home base, because, you know, why not?
Planetary improvement.
I think having multiple trade ports actually takes away from the overall trade you get, because you've got too many trade ports. I think you're supposed to build them a certain amount apart, but I've never really worried too much about that. I tend to just build them everywhere, and it always ends up kind of working out. So, meh. I don't know. Okay, so what's our max here? 20 slots. That's not bad. 20 slots. So that means we can build 5 things. So we're going to build trade port, a refinery, one a dam, and one a dam. And then we'll just stop there, because that's almost 20 slots. Fleet should be
The humans' flies will tremble.
Why do our flies tremble so much? Do we just like not pull them up or something? Like, what's going on, guys? Come on. You can see the Flood is slowly getting ready to do stuff over there,
Constant vigilance.
which is unfortunate. Actually, we're gonna get that, research that, get that. Actually, we'll just start pushing our research up, because it's always, we really want this patrol station thing to be real high tier, actually, because it comes in handy to have a really high tier. What was that? Oh, what do we want? Patrol station tier CPV class. Oh, that's you. Okay. I guess I have to wait till it's
Planetary improvement.
Oh, I need more thing. That's what I need. I need more of those stations.
My Corvette is at your disposal.
So you can hear me every now and then, because it'd be sick. Sucks. So this planet here, we said was going to be a defensive world, which means we've got to build our defenses. It gets 28 tactical slots, which ain't too shabby. Navigational beacon. That's pretty much everything. We can basically build 2 of these. Most planets I find, if you build a relay station, one of these, you can only usually build like 2 defense posts. And to be honest, that's fine. Really, defending against the Flood is pretty pointless because they can pretty much take everything. I don't think they can take space stations, which would be a good reason why we would actually want to unlock the space station actually, so that we can build some and send them to the front. You can see the Flood's about to do stuff, which is really not good for me because I'm not actually ready for them yet. The last time I played, I got lucky, and they mainly went after my, they went after the AI before they went after me, which was very convenient for me. But, I have a suspicion it won't be the case. I have a suspicion that that luck might not hold out, but we'll see.
A new propagatable planet has been discovered.
Yeah, and we're over there. They haven't, doesn't look like they've done anything yet. Speed it up.
Planetary improvement finished. Orbital structure
Actually,
complete.
before the Flood start doing stuff, I'm going to launch more scout ships, because it would be good to have more scout ships. Launch a few of those as well.
I'll find the humans' home world.
Uh-huh.
Spook ready.
Okay. Go.
Open a void rift.
Void Rift. I don't even know what that means. All my
Planetary
little ships.
improvement finished.
I don't usually use those tiny little light ships after this, but I use them a lot in the beginning because they're very good at their jobs early in the game. Very good, very good. Okay, build a refinery. Trade port. And one of those. And one of those. Oh boy. We're getting knee deep in it pretty soon. Holy crap, that planet's very well fortified.
My Corvette is at yours.
Think we can win that? Maybe. We're gonna take some losses though. Covenant ships are pretty tanky.
A new propagatable planet has been discovered. Orbital structure complete. Orbital structure complete.
Well, the Flood just started doing stuff, so we gotta be worried. Did the Flood send anything here? Doesn't look like the Flood showed up there
The
yet.
ancients grace us with their favor.
I'll have to wait and find out. Okay.
Your will.
Did our upgrades get through? Okay, good. So,
Orbital structure complete.
this is what I do. I build a
We
shit
cannot
ton
meet
of
your
those.
demand.
I'm gonna build...
Let's join in the fun.
Oh, how many did I build? I think that built 3. Yeah. One more. Build 30 of those anti-fighter ships.
Let's join in the fun.
And then we're going to want to outfit the fleet itself, like,
We
for
cannot
combat
meet your
purposes.
demand.
Yes, I know.
Ready for war. We cannot meet your demands.
It's fine. I'll just outfit it with a few heavy destroyers. Okay. So
Let's
there's our
join in the
anti-Covenant
fun.
fleet starting to take shape. It's not quite ready yet,
Planetary
but
improvement
it's certainly getting into better shape.
We await
We're going to go
your
conquer
orders.
that planet, and then we got one more planet to take, which is pretty heavily defended. I don't know if we're going to be able to take it with this fleet without rearming it, but we'll see. Place that for research. Your pending
Orbital
research.
structure complete. Ready for war.
No.
Let's join in the fun. Ready for war.
Have the Flood done anything yet?
The ancients grace us with their
It doesn't look like the Flood have done anything just yet, so we might. I think we're going to be okay for now.
Another planet shall spread the might of the Covenant.
Okay. Let's go.
Planetary improvement finished.
Okay. Go there. We'll see if you win. If you don't win, that's fine. So yeah, it's
The
fine.
ancients grace us with their favor.
Get all these upgrades. Actually, I might need to get all these upgrades done. Would be good. my many planets that I probably haven't bothered to upgrade all the way yet.
Planetary improvement finished. Scouts have found nothing on this planet. Our capital ship is ready to die for the cause. Scouts have found nothing on this planet.
There we go. Did we lose?
Our forces have arrived.
We did lose.
Scouts have
It's
found
okay.
nothing on this planet.
It's okay, our fleet didn't successfully take that planet.
Planetary
That's okay, because, whoa. We'll dispatch a more beefy fleet to deal with that. Not these ships, actually. These ones can go. The little scout, the little ones aren't going to go. The little ones aren't going. You're going there.
Scouts have found nothing on this planet.
How many do I have there? It's like 8.
We cannot meet your demand.
Okay. I'm not the most efficient leader in the Imperial world. I just tend to do a lot of rapid button pressing and selling of things.
Improvement finished.
So what I'm trying to do is build a booming economy.
Our forces have arrived.
So that way I don't have to worry. A booming economy, that's our goal. This planet's a little ways off, so we don't have to worry too much about all of the defensive structures yet.
We cannot meet your demand.
Oh my lord. Oh, what kind of people is this? What kind of world am I living in?
The exalted are at your disposal.
Okay, he can build a lot, so let's go with that for now. Jesus. What's this? Oh yeah, those are the outlaws, by the way. Outlaw sector stuff. They're fighting for reasons I don't know. I don't know why they're there. They're just there.
How might we further our cause?
Okay, so this is our new combat fleet. Not those little ones. Those little ones are going to hang here because they're our anti-covenant or anti-flood forces, which I need to stay intact for now. So we're not gonna send them anywhere right now. We are gonna upgrade that again because we need a lot of command points for this. So yeah.
We cannot meet your demand.
There. Okay, dispatch. Those are the same. Oh, okay.
Our fervor is unmatched.
Yeah.
Where is the enemy? Let's join in the fun. Our fervor is unmatched. How might I further our cause?
And we will need
Let's join in the
a support ship.
fun. Our devotion is unmatched. The
You
defeated
guys
class are moving.
go there if you please and just
Let's
take
join
it.
in the fun.
Okay, here I'm going to build up our military stuff. I don't have much money, unfortunately.
Let's join in the fun.
So, boop. Navigation beeping. Boop. What does this planet get?
Ready for war.
Oh, it gets 40. That's actually pretty good. Boop.
You fumble in the darkness, unknowing, ignorant, but do not fear. I shall be your salvation.
Uh-huh. That was the flood, ladies and gentlemen. That means that they're doing something again, which could mean they're now active here, but it also could mean they're just making noise.
Planetary improvement finished.
Oh yeah, I need to start construction on these space docks that I wanted to
Orbital
build.
structure complete.
Because
Our forces have arrived. Orbital structure complete.
doesn't look like
Our
the flood have
brother
done
is under
anything
attack.
just yet. They will show up pretty soon.
Orbital structure complete.
Okay.
Our forces
God, I
have
hate
arrived.
having a cold. It's the sniffles I don't like. All the sniffles, like all that. I don't like that. That's the part I don't like about having it gold.
It will be done.
Okay, you guys, banshees, because reasons,
As you command,
and just go there, because let's be honest, this battle is that there's no way we're gonna lose this battle. So go boop boop beep boop boop them, boop them all, please. Boop 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 boop, and dead. Okay, so that's been dealt with. Send the fleet to Cheerio.
Orbital structure complete.
The advantage also of having those beacons that I've been building everywhere is that means that if I'm stationed at a planet that has a slip space beacon, I can literally just go boop and jump straight there. So you can see this planet doesn't, ironically, my home world planet doesn't have a beacon yet because I haven't built one here yet. Because I am a bad planner and I always poorly plan the fences of my own home world. So just, you know, keep that in mind. Always defend the home world. Just putting it up there because there's right next to the all of the building zones.
I will see to it.
Okay, so this station is now under construction. Let's give it some upgrades. You can see how expensive upgrading a space station is. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculously expensive upgrades, but it's okay. Always get that one first because that is the one that makes your space station strong.
Orbital structure complete.
Now the Flood are more than likely out there. I don't know, of course, because I don't think I have any scouts left flying around. Or I might have like one or two, but I don't have many. Okay, so we've got that.
Here we go.
And did I mention the space stations move?
Scouts have found nothing on this planet.
Which is interesting to say the least. Okay. So, now, my new strategy for this is to actually assign them to their own fleet,
How might we further
and then assign the big heavy hitters to their own fleet as well.
It shall be
So basically, I have them on a hotkey, so that I can just quickly go, oh, that's the fleet I want, and move them forward, and then I'll have this fleet on its own plane. Because these will be the guys that go in and they focal fire the thing I want dead. These are the guys that I'm just going to move up and be like, hey, stop those spores from killing my ships, basically. We're not quite ready to hit that, because they launch a lot of spores there. We're not ready for that one just yet. Also would actually like to bring the space station with us if we go to attack that. And that will require a few more upgrades before they're ready for launch just yet. And of course, we want to make sure we build everything. Oh dear, go colonize the planet quickly before you die. Go build a space station in the front there.
For one such as I, your imposition matters.
Actually, no, don't send him there. You just chill here.
This great journey is assured.
You can see how much it costs to upgrade. That's the most expensive one. Once you get that one done, it's usually fine. Oh, they blew up my colony ship. They're gonna blow up the Pentance too. Go back, get out of there. We'll just send our heavy hitting fleet and just jump it back that way to clear that mess out. And build another colony ship back here because I wasn't paying attention and didn't realize, of course, that had just happened. So we'll build another Pentance, another colony ship. Yes. I'm an expert, okay? I'm an expert admiral. I'm not really, but we're going to pretend I am for the sake of reasons. Now, we want these because these are actually really heavy-hitting ships, but they're not capital ships, so that's what we're going for. We do need to get this stuff, too. Might be good. Getting some of these upgrades. These would be helpful.
Your request is not possible.
Don't care. Do it anyways. That's called being a monarch. It's like, we can't do that, sure. Well, do it anyways. Because, yeah. Pretty much, you just, yeah. It's a weird station, isn't it? It's got that big glowing ball in the middle. It looks kind of like a weird eyeball or something, like, rah. But, anyways. Yeah, it's slowly upgrading. This station is pretty tanky now. So hopefully, if anything attacks, we'll be fine. These stations, I don't think they can actually be infested, or at least they've never managed to infest it. My guess is that the shields have to be a certain level to be infested, perhaps, and some of the bigger ships, like that one, or maybe the Titan, have shields that are just a little bit too high to be easily infested, but I'm not sure. So the problem we're going to have here is that chances are the Flood are going to launch their infestation into our territory pretty soon. So what we want... Yeah, Flood Spores, see?
Ignorant, but do not fear. I shall be your salvation.
Yeah, see, they're being evil. So what we need to do is we need to start prepping for the battle. Because inevitably we're going to get into a massive fight here with these guys pretty soon. That's almost done. We can actually build some of these. They're expensive, but they pack a punch, so they're kind of worth it. Build 5. Go take that. We kind of want that planet, and I was hoping to have it. I was hoping to have it already. So you go there. You go there. There we go. Oop, you're a little late. You're real late. Weird.
If that is necessary, it shall
Load them up.
I will see their taint boiled away.
Do.
Their destruction is
Alright, well that's going to be part 1 of the Flood survival. This is the build-up part, the preparation, everything being prepped for the Flood invasion. The next part will actually be the beginning of the Flood invasion / hopefully plus hopefully exterminating the Flood. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you really liked it, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, hitting that nice little button in the center there. And if you'd like to support the channel, make sure to hit up the Patreon link in the description below. Follow me on Twitter for all future updates. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.